Hey, what's going on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter,
Right.
Twitch, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of True Big Blue Film Reviews with your boy Big Pat Sports Talk and the cool one over there, Mr. Classified 3F with Joe. Hey,
Hey, what did I do over here? I'm trying to get you guys to laugh. Sooner or later, I succeeded.
we're gonna be talking about
Well,
Daniel Jones and Geno Smith tonight. Show you a couple
yeah.
things on Geno Smith and Daniel Jones. And the title is DJ versus Geno, who wins this upcoming week. As you all know, we go to Seattle. The Giants go to play Seattle in week 8. And we're currently 6-1, looking to go 7-1. Geno Smith for the Seahawks, I believe, are 4-3, coming off a very good win against the Los Angeles Chargers. I think they beat them down 37-23.
Yep.
Uh, that Seahawks team is very interesting. Joe, I just want to get your thoughts on about Geno Smith and the Seattle Seahawks. What have you
Yeah.
seen of them? Do you have an idea of who they are or what they try to do? I mean,
I've
just give
had
me your
him in
thoughts on the
these,
Seahawks.
following his career a little bit here and there, just odd touches. He winds up in Seattle. He's 10-year vet, I think. 8-year, 10-year, something like that.
10 years.
But you watch him, he'll go, and then all of a sudden he'll hit a wall. He can't get the ball out right. He can't do this. He can't do that. What's going on? What's going on with him? He goes through that all the time. So they'll put up a fight against us. That figures. Could win it. But then week 10, week 11, he'll start fluttering on that line there, right there,
Mm-hmm.
and he always falls off. He never stays upright.
I get what you're saying. You're saying that you've seen Geno Smith play well at times, and then all
Yes,
of a sudden he just falls off a cliff. He did that with the Jets. He did that with
yes,
the Jets. When he started out with the
yes,
Jets, he was pretty exciting, and then all of a sudden he just
yes.
fell off a cliff.
Yep.
Uh, I actually think Pete Carroll's doing one hell of a job over there. What's going on, Joey? What's going on, Tommy? Tommy said, "Let's go Giants, ready to have a good week of practice and see how players show up in Seattle. Let's get ready to grind it out. Underdogs from the worst to first, 0 to Nero."
Yep.
But I think Pete Carroll's doing one hell of a job out there with the Seattle Seahawks. They are down DK Metcalf, which can help us. It can help us a lot, but I'm not thinking it's going to help us as much as people think. I think that offense is wide open, and their offense is predicated off speed with Dwayne Eskridge, uh, the little guy they got from San Francisco,
Yep.
Lockett. Both their tight ends can get open and get down the field, and they have a good stable of running backs. Even though Rashad Penny got hurt, Kenneth Walker, the second or the third, he's doing one hell of a job, and he does bounce it out to the outside, which has been the bane to our defense's existence this year. We cannot stop runners from bouncing it to the outside for some reason this year. I don't know if it's from lack of discipline. I don't know. Zeke, what's going on?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm speaking on that right now, Tommy. We do have to be disciplined in the run defense. I don't know if you've seen it, Joe, but I think a lot has to do with our inside linebackers. As well as they've been playing, our inside linebackers are not playing well enough to stop people from bouncing it to the outside. Tate Crowder is still playing with that hesitation that I've seen him play with the last 2 years when it comes to outside runs. Now, when you run it straight at him, oh, he's damn good.
Yep.
But when you run it away from him, he tends to get gobbled up by offensive linemen. He tends to run into offensive linemen and not be in places that he is not supposed to be.
Yep.
I think we get a little undisciplined when runners break it to the outside as far as our DBs. Sometimes our safety, but I believe Smith and Tate Crowder really have to step their game up as far as those runs being broken to the outside. I know I see you thinking, Joe.
I
What?
see. What I see is the safeties and the linebackers and the corners. Even though the corners know exactly where to go and what to do, they got one side of the field. You got to be here or there. Okay. Or whether it's covering, whether it's zone, whether it's man, yeah, whatever. The safeties, they're kind of guessing, and the cornerbacks are kind of guessing. That's making that wobble. They're not getting a true path to the ball. Here, they're making a quarterback throw through that path. That's the object. So if he combines somebody for 2 to 4 seconds, that's supposed to be a sack. Some of the quarterbacks, that's not a sack, but they get hurt. Well, you trade off one for another, whatever. But you know, somehow they gotta wind up a way to where okay, oh, okay, of course they're gonna be over here this time now, and go and be there and get there. Cause you watch some uh, defensive schemes that almost work sometimes, don't ya? One guy's a little bit off,
Mm-hmm.
so it's coming. All hell's breaking loose, and
Yeah,
now it's going loose.
I totally agree with you right there, Joe. It's like when you see those big run plays, just like last week. If one player gets to the position that he's supposed to be, that play doesn't go anywhere. It's not like we're bad tacklers. When we make it there, we put you in the ground. You're not missing tackles. It's like it's just that slight hesitation when it comes to Tate Crowder,
Yep,
and sometimes Smith gets too overzealous and he runs into the block and makes it a good block for the lineman because he gets a little too overzealous.
he
But
does.
the thing that is hurting us the most is that edge not being set. And it's not the edge rushers. It's the linebacker hesitating to get out there because he's not trusting what he sees all the way.
Well, now I'll tell you that next week the corners and the safety's going to be click. They're going to do it. The linebackers are going to be following the corners. You watch it. Yeah.
I truly believe that we get one outstanding inside linebacker on this team, this defense will only allow about 10 points a game, 10 to 13 points a game.
Yep.
Because those big runs, they're not gashing us down the field, getting those field goals.
Yep.
So I think we need Tate Crowder and Smith to step up their play as far as the run game. The passing game, we give up a few passes a game, but we're not getting gashed like crazy, in the passing game, believe it or not. We got so many injuries in our secondary is ridiculous, but those guys have stepped up. We allowed the least amount of completions this season so far, and we're not horrible against the pass. We're right there in the middle of the pack. But it's the run game that we're like 25th or 26th, maybe even 28th the last time I looked at it when it comes to the run game. And it's not because they just pounded it out. It's because they get that one big ass outside run for like 30, 40 yards and get down the field, and they do it like 2 or 3 times a game.
Yep.
We stop that. This defense is pretty much dominant across the board.
Yep.
Um, what's going on, Jibrin?
Mm,
Jibrin, he says Joe Shane regretting declining Daniel Jones' 5th-year option. I
Yeah.
mean, declining his 5 year option might have been the best thing for
No,
Daniel Jones.
the best thing for him and best thing for them.
Yeah, because now we're seeing the Daniel Jones that his
Now
back is
let's.
against the wall.
I would really love to see him give him a $40,000 contract a year for 4 years. Please, please get
So
one
you're
from
saying
Tabarkis
four
too.
years, 160 million for Daniel Jones. You
Hey,
said
he's
40
got
million
them.
dollars a year.
Next year is going to be
So
45, 50. They already said
so you're saying that
for a top end.
You give Daniel Jones a Dak Prescott type contract, or who else is at 40 million? I think it's Dak Prescott. I think Carson Wentz is getting like 28 to 30. I'm saying it right here. You give Daniel Jones a 3 year, $105 million contract, and you give that third year a team option. 33 years, 105 million. That's an average of what, 30, $35 million a year. I think that's
I
where
I
he
would
belongs.
rather I if he's good, all points are shooting go. I don't want to wait. If we're gonna give him somebody to have a 5 year deal, 40 million now, now, do it yesterday, get it done, get it signed. Cause next year, or can you imagine what the year will be like with some of these quarterbacks at 3, 4 years? Jesus.
Yeah, but that's 4 years down the line. Daniel
Yeah, then
Jones is
we
getting
got to
now.
get him again.
I mean, yeah, but the salary cap would be huge by that time. But I don't know. I just if the guy's performing, you guys, Joe Shane and them are better with the numbers than I am. I'm saying around $35 million a year. You're saying 40. Maybe they meet somewhere in between, give them like 38, $37 million a year if they do a new contract. Or Daniel Jones may decide himself, hey, just franchise me. And I'll show you I deserve that 41 to $42 million a year after next year. Who knows? He may want to bet on himself.
And y'all need ball area, Bay Area ball area team. Y'all need to go out and get another wide receiver. What's up with OBJ? Nothing. Nothing's wrong. But we could never. He would get a minimum contract. That's all we could give him. Do you think he would go for a vet minimum just to be here? Or would he rather, oh yeah, well, this guy good, give me 14 million to play six, no, 4 games going into the, okay, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nah, they're not gonna give him 14 million to play only like 4 or 5 games. The OBJ thing, man. Look, y'all gotta quit trying to get that old thing back. If OBJ wanted to be here, he would have came here
See,
and he would have talked to Joe Shane and everyone. So
see,
he's
you are. I'll go ahead.
ball control offense once again to limit big plays. Smith to Lockett and DK. Well, DK's not playing, but Lockett, Dwayne Eskridge, the receiver they got from the 49ers, the real fast guy. They have some receivers over there. They could be a very dangerous team if Geno continues to play with the confidence he's playing. Vinny G, he said
Hey,
stick Lamar Jackson up their ass. Damn. What first QB ever win? Oh, run first QB ever win a damn Super Bowl. I'll wait. Not Cunningham, Vic, list goes on. No, they actually became better quarterbacks when they actually started to
well,
pass the ball from the pocket. I'll say this about quarterbacks like those guys. When they're playing slow, they're exponentially more dangerous when they're playing slow. Cunningham won a league MVP when he slowed down and stopped running all the time, like he was with Philadelphia when he first came. It's exciting as hell, but it takes a toll on your body. and you may miss a couple of plays by running. I think DJ is running right now because he has no choice. Nobody's getting separation. People are dropping balls, so he's putting the team on his back right now, and he's doing it himself. And you can't blame him for that. But go ahead, Joe. You had something to say?
No, I moved my chair around to some stuff, so I've got to be on camera, on frame, but I'll just have my blocker mixed out for 5 minutes.
Okay. Duran Osmond, thank you for tuning in. He says front load DJ and Barkley, back load Andrew Thomas, Dexter McKinney. I can get down with that. You might have to do that because
Yeah.
Andrew Thomas, Dexter McKinney are the guys that you definitely be here for more than 3 to 4 years. And DJ and Barkley too, but those two guys had the most approved, so you front load those contracts because you're probably going to give them 3-year contracts anyway. He says 2 years, 50 million, 25 guaranteed.
Would you do that when the average guy is making 80 million? You got 20 or 30 million on the table.
DJ's not going to accept. He's not going to accept a contract that's lower than his 5th-year option. That doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
I wouldn't do it. Ron, what's going on, Big Ron? He says, Pat, which one will have more impact, stud inside linebacker or shut down corner? On our team, as is constructed right now, a stud inside linebacker right now will have more impact on this team. Our cornerbacks are playing fine. If you ask me, they're playing just fine.
Yeah.
But if we had a stud inside linebacker that can go sideline to sideline right now, this defense would be absolutely scary. Absolutely scary right now. Big Ron, he says pressure breaks pipes, but pressure also creates diamonds, and DJ has been almost a flawless one at that. True.
Yep.
He said, I'll check with ATL how much they want for Ridley next year. Probably like a 4th-round pick. Yeah. But are you sure Calvin Ridley's a number 1? Is he that guy that could take us over the top? I don't know. Tommy, he says, I believe in his receivers. They are needing to show up, but I know they can produce. Johnson, James, Slayton will catch everything that comes their way. We will keep rolling. They're going to have to show something, bro. Seahawks have one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL, too. Hard to prepare for that. Yeah, that's true. Here's this guy, Coach Dave. He said, I wouldn't give him anything over 2 years. Well, like I said, that man takes us to the playoffs with 11 or 12 victories and wins a playoff game. You'll be stupid to play around with DJ. All that crap about nobody will want DJ. If he went to the open market, you fooling yourself.
Let's look at Phil Simms for a minute. Got hired, yeah, 81. And everybody went, ew. Then he got on with Bill Parcells. Oh, Lawrence Taylor was drafted too. And Carl Banks already had the other linebacker.
Yeah, Carl Banks already.
He already had Banks, and man, I told you we got sounds like we got our star 79, 83, 2000.
What's going on, Lou? What is that music?
What the hell?
I got the babies, man. You know they Fisher Price toys and VTech toys. No, bring me that. Bring me that. He told us, what is that music?
Jesus.
Show you exactly what the daggone music is.
Basically, they're doing the same thing. And you gonna play it louder in the stream? Yeah, I got something for you.
Here, take it back over there.
I got something for you.
Oh my God. I thought you were going to kill you.
Yeah, you want to keep
His
playing,
eyes
huh?
perked up. He's like, huh?
No, I want to make sure you saw what it was because you got
Oh,
everybody else thinking there's some other shit. So it's my
oh.
kids' toys, okay?
Mick wants a link. Miz wants a
Boy,
link.
you was about 2 seconds from the gulag.
Yeah, that's not a very fun place to be.
Oh
But
man,
what
I've
Joe
been
was
in
saying,
worse. I'm still here.
right? What Joe was saying earlier, man. I think we've done this with 3 generations of quarterbacks now. Everybody says the quarterback sucks. We need to get rid of him. What's going on, Miz?
Yep.
Everybody say the quarterback sucks. We need to get rid of him. We did that with Phil Simms. He winds up winning the Super Bowl in his 5th year.
Eli
We
Manning.
did that with Eli Manning. He winds up winning the Super Bowl in his 4th year. This is DJ's 4th year, and let's be honest, we get a dominant receiver, whether it's this year or next year. You might be wrong the 3rd time. So I just want to get your thoughts about the whole situation with Daniel Jones. I'm gonna go to Lou and I'm gonna go to Miz. But Lou, I just want you to give your whole situation about the Daniel Jones situation as far as getting him a receiver. Do you try to do it this year or do you wait till the off season? And the contract situation, because that has been rumblings in the organization. Is saying that Mara may press Joe Shane to sign DJ to a multi-year deal. There's rumblings in the organization about that. I don't know if that's true or not. Hopefully
Well,
that's not true because Mara will be messing around with things again. But I mean,
I
what do you
don't.
think about that?
I don't think that at this point Mara has to even meddle. I think DJ has earned a spot on this team. Um, I think that going to pay for a high dollar wide receiver right now doesn't really benefit us because we don't know if he's going to come in here and ball out. We just did that with Kenny Golladay, and we saw how that ended up. Um, I would rather we're 6-1. I mean, we're ahead of schedule. We are ahead of schedule, and if we get into the playoffs, oh, awesome, right? If we win the playoffs, even better. But I mean, if we make it into a deep playoff push and get knocked out in the championship or something like that, then you go get your receiver in the draft and you don't spend the house to go get him. Now, if there's a receiver that's out there that can benefit us this year that we can sign for a 1-year deal or something like that, then yeah. But as far as going to get a receiver that you're gonna have to pay $100 million for, $80 million for, I just don't see it. I think we can weather the storm. We got a bye week coming up. We got 3 games that we should win. Hopefully, by the end of this 4-week stretch, Kadarius Toney finally steps on the field. Robinson has a better grasp of the playbook. Um, Marcus Johnson has grasped the offense. So if we end the season 11-6 and make a playoff push without betting the house on a wide receiver, I think that's a win. I think you go and you build your team through the draft and you supplement through the free agency. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, we need to supplement a wide receiver and we need to grab one through free agency. Normally, yes. But with
What's
our
up,
cap
Alex?
situation and what we're trying to build here, I would say ride out the storm. That's just me. And as
So you,
far as the rumblings go, I don't see why there would be any rumblings for Mara to have to step in and say anything. Because again, like I said, I think DJ has proven that he has earned at least another year, if nothing else.
all right, I can agree with Lou right there. There's only one receiver that I would even consider trading for, but none of those receivers that are on the market are that guy that I believe that takes us over the top. Just gonna be honest with you. Miz. Oh, shout out to Lou too, because even the media is saying 11-6 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even the media is saying 11-6. I had to
Let's
shout you out
go.
on Twitter.
I saw it too. I was like, yeah,
Now
yeah,
let it be known that Lou said that shit first. But Miz, we've been in contact, between each other
Yeah.
before we go on streams and everything. Pause. And you're one of the guys that's saying, look,
Get a
Let's
receiver.
Giants get off your ass and let's get a receiver in here and let's help out DJ.
I've heard him say it
You're
about 6
talking
times
about
already.
right. You're talking about Jerry Judy. You like DJ more now. Hamler's now they're saying Hamler's available with the Denver Broncos. What do you think about? I know what you think about the receiver. What do you think about DJ's play so far? And should he be signed in the offseason? And what do you feel about the rumblings of Mayor?
Pick it up.
Mayor may
Pick it up.
step in if Joe Shane and Dable decide that they don't want to give Daniel Jones a long term contract. They may only want to give him the franchise tag or maybe a 2 year with a option to get out of the contract after the first year. How do you feel about that? Mara may be running his lips again in the future about Daniel
Yeah,
Jones.
I didn't hear that. I heard that from you first. I don't believe that. With the job that these guys are doing, I doubt that Mara will stick his hand there. You know, he might be in on the meeting, but I don't think he'll be running his mouth. I think these guys have shown already this is their ship. So I'm not worried about that. I did a video this evening, but for some damn ass reason, maybe because I'm in Florida, been having a hard time loading. It was mainly about Daniel Jones and how I feel about him, since I haven't done much about that. And you know, pretty much, I'm falling in love with this guy. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
Yeah, I love Daniel Jones. And his
Pause.
rookie, yeah, I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean, football wise, okay? Not no more than that.
I know. I'm
But,
just messing with you.
I love Daniel Jones right now, man. It's for his rookie year. I was a little crazy about him, and then I admit last year I didn't totally give up, but I was, you know, I was in the middle, 50-50. I didn't know where it was going, and like I was telling people that were against him, that let's be fair,
Who was
let's give
telling
him this
you?
season.
Who was telling you to watch for that?
yeah,
Watch out for Daniel Jones, baby.
Joe hasn't wavered on Daniel Jones since the
No,
beginning. You have to
right?
give
No,
Joe that. He's
has.
taking a lot of crap. He's taking a lot of crap over the
Yeah,
past
I
Right.
year.
have.
No, Joe's been good. He's been on Daniel Jones from the get go, and I never doubted Daniel Jones's work ethic and all that. But I guess things got so ugly last year that it kind of broke the fan base and whatever. But I mean, listen, man, how can you ignore it? It's all in my video. It'll get on there at some point tonight. But I went deep into Jones. I can't wait to watch Jones every Sunday now, and I didn't feel that way before. I'm
Yep.
excited to watch Daniel Jones. I have pride in being a Giant fan because of Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is knocking on the door of one of the top QBs in the league. You know, I really feel that way.
Yes, because you have to realize we told you from the get go, Daniel Jones has nothing to work with. Oh, hey, well, this receiver's good. Daniel Jones, he sucks. What? Okay, he sucks. He's the only talent. Him and Barkley are the only talent on this team. And when you're going to realize that is after everybody gets fired, someone new comes in.
No, there's more talent on this team. No,
It-
there's other talent on this team. I mean, there's defensive talent.
But the talent was Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley. That was it for a while. So
Well, I always said the same thing as you. I would argue with you guys for argument's sake, and then I would turn around at the gym, argue with Adam and other people the other way. I always said they never had an O-line. They didn't have a real coaching
no, they
staff.
didn't. Now they got a line, but they got no wide receivers. So now they're looking at that. Well, okay, we fix the whole line this year. Next
100%.
year we do wide receivers, maybe linebacker or two, second round. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, there's no you don't break the build. To keep on building. Joe Shane and Dabo will
Well,
stick to the plan. I understand that. Of course,
Well, let me
anybody with a
let.
brain understands that. But 1 second, Pat, because you asked me a question. The Giants is 6-1, okay? And the Giants have an opportunity to make a run here. Whether they get to the Super Bowl or not, it's a house money year. But you're 6-1 going into week 8. Go get this guy a wide receiver. I'm not saying to spend the bank or give up a second round pick. I'm not saying that. Go find a receiver to help Daniel Jones so we could take this game to the next level. And it could be a receiver that fits the team for the next 2 or 3 years. It don't have to be just for these few weeks. That's what I'm saying.
What I was gonna.
Don't ignore that the Giants have a shot to do something this year. Don't just dismiss that.
I don't think anybody's dismissing that, but like you said before, you said that this is still, this is still part of the rebuild. You know that that this GM and coach believe in drafting and holding your own people. And guess what they're gonna have to do this next offseason? They're gonna have to draft and they're gonna have to pay some of their own. At least Dex and Andrew Thomas. You gotta lock those two big monsters up because those are guys that are gonna cost you the most money.
Right.
So
100%.
and we gotta draft. We got what, 7 picks coming up this year? No, we might have a little more than 7 because we're gonna get a couple of compensatory picks. But go ahead, Joe.
I want to comment in on this too because they eh, they ain't gonna freaking sign a damn nobody. I tell you why. These guys started it. That these guys are playing next man up in line. These guys are doing a-okay. Let them
What's
do
up,
it.
Dash?
The first year, let these guys do it. And I think that it'll be right. We might win a game, a playoff game, but might lose it. But let these guys do it. They are the ones that fought this first year. You always remember your first. We will remember these first from our eternities. I don't remember Lawrence Taylor so much. I remember Dad getting him, and I saw him. I was a Giant fan forever. But let them finish.
Well, basically, I mean, I agree with Joel on that. I don't want to give up a second round pick for someone like a DJ Moore, who is not a legit number one receiver in my book. He hasn't established that yet. And giving up a second round pick, that's very high capital for a receiver like a DJ Moore. Is he better than what we have? Yes. Probably 3 to 4 times better than what we have. But is he going to be that guy that is coming in with a contract structured just like how Kenny Galladay's is right now? And we lose a top draft pick to bring him in. And if this guy doesn't turn out to be what we need him to be, we're going right back through the same cycle. That's what I've been trying to say. I'm not to you particularly, Miz, because I know you understand what's going on, but a lot of people don't understand
Yeah.
that if that backfires, not only do you lose out on a good receiver, now you lose out on draft capital. Now you're putting yourself back in cap hell again.
Yep.
Because now you got a new Kenny Galladay contract on the books for the next 2 to 3 years. So you're gonna get rid of Galladay to bring in another Galladay? Is DJ Moore Galladay? Hell no. But it can turn out to be that he is not that number one guy, and now we're still searching for a number one receiver, even though we're paying someone like a number one receiver, and we gave up draft capital like he was a number one receiver. So that's a triple. It's a triple play. That's bad on 3 fronts. So, Miz, I just want to ask you that question. Are you willing to take that risk for this year? Even though we all know that this was supposed to be a rebuilding year, we're just ahead of schedule. Are you willing to take that risk to try to go for it all this
No,
year?
and more because of how much he's making out, Moore's not the guy I would go after. I'm really thinking about. I'm really having my mind on Judy, to be honest with you. I think
mean,
Judy
the Broncos, I
would be.
think, are asking for a second round and a fourth rounder for Judy.
Yeah, I'm not giving up a second rounder. I thought an even third rounder would be a fair trade for Judy, since you got to figure we're going to draft a receiver in the early rounds next year anyway. So why not give up a third rounder for Judy? He could be a big weapon on this team. He fits the system, and he's in the middle of a rookie contract. You still got him for next year. That's the guy that made sense to me.
I mean, Jerry Judy, is he a number one receiver? No. But he's just better than what we have right now.
Receiver. Is he a 1.5? Would he open up the offense with Tony
I believe
and Robinson?
That's the point, miss. We don't know what Tony is right now because he isn't on the field. But would Jerry Judy help this offense? Yes, I believe he's a better starter than what Slayton or Marcus Johnson would be right now. It would be even clearer for us if we knew what the hell Tony is. But we don't know because he hasn't played. If we knew Tony was that legit weapon, finding a number one receiver would be so much easier right now. Because it would be clear as day. But since we don't have that luxury, just given a third round pick for Jerry Judy, I would have to literally sit there and consider it. I would definitely would hear them out. I would pick up the phone and I would hear them out. A third rounder for Jerry Judy, because if he turns out to be what he's doing with the Broncos, are just a little bit better because he's in a better system and more opportunities, I think that's a steal, to be honest with you. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's stupid. I'm not that guy. I would seriously consider it. Because I don't think you find a Jerry Judy in the third round in the NFL draft. I don't think you do. To be honest with you, the talent that he has. Now, you can find production in any round, but
right.
I'm definitely not trading for DJ Moore. I'm definitely not trading for anybody like that unless you're a Michael Thomas or somebody. Not even Michael Thomas, because he gets hurt too much. So, yeah, I mean, that's a conversation to be had. I know we're all excited about the Giants right now, and we know what the glaring need is for this team, which is exciting to say because we're playing that well to where we can say we got one glaring need on this team and it might put us over the top. And that's exciting to say. But I'm not just ready to jump the gun to do that. I mean, Miz, but go ahead. I know you got something to say.
Well, what I was going to say is because some of the guys in the chat keep saying that they want a 2 and a 4. You got to understand how things work. You got to do the math. When Denver's asking for a 2 and a 4, they know that it's a negotiation. That means a 3 is what they will trade him for. Do the math. 2 and a 4. They know they're not getting a 2. So they know they're not getting a 2 and a 4. So they know that the other team's going to come back in the middle of that. Middle ground is a 3. Just telling the people in the chat that. No, I don't want more. Yes, he's a nice player. No, I do not want to. I don't want more for $20 million next year. I know Joe Shane's not about that. He's not doing that. That's why I already have tuned out more. I don't think the Steelers are trading Claypool. So you're looking at Denver. The other guy I heard today, like I told you, was
KJ Hamler. Very good route runner.
Yeah, I don't know much. I know of him, but I don't know deeply about him. Maybe you know something.
Extremely good deep speed. Very good.
I know he's not runner. A 1.
Right. He's not Giants going 11-6 with the crew we got right now, man.
I believe they do. I believe they do with the crew.
It's not about that. Yo, that's not good enough, man. That's not good enough. That's where you're gonna get the argument from me today. It's not about that, Lou. That's not good enough no more.
You're being a bonehead. Listen for a second.
No, fuck bonehead, bro. We got a chance to make noise this year. I'm not gonna settle for 11-5.
So you're gonna spend up all. So you're gonna spend up all the cap. The
Giants can make noise now. I want to win.
So you're gonna spend up all the cap.
No, I just
maybe. Hold on. You just had about 20 minutes to talk. you're going to spend up all the cap because we're in cap hell right now to go get a wide receiver that maybe helps this
No.
year, as opposed to being patient, making it to the playoffs this year, drafting the rest of your guys to set your team up for the next 6 to 8 years. You would rather risk the next 6 to 8 years for
We're
one
gonna
wide
do that
receiver.
anyway, Lou. We're gonna do that anyway.
Miz, look,
I'm
hold up,
sorry. Go
Miz.
ahead, because
Look at
you,
me.
you you
Look, look,
froze. You froze. Go ahead.
look at me, Miz.
I'm,
You and I both know.
I'm
You
looking
and
at you,
I
bro.
both know that we need a center and we need a solid left guard. You and I both know that. We both know that,
Okay.
right? So if you give up a high draft pick to some team to take one of their wide receivers, you're going to either miss out on that center or a stud wide receiver for cheap. If you go reach for that wide receiver now that may or may not help us this year. You know what I'm saying? It's the bird in the hand for the two in the bush. It's not worth the
No.
trade.
Why you say that? I'm not giving up a 2 or a 1. I'm not giving up a 2. I'm
Can I
telling
play the
you.
mediator? Can I play the mediator real fast? Can I play the mediator real fast? Because I understand both you guys' points. The Giants have been playing bad football since the last Super Bowl. Let's we all can agree on that.
Yeah.
We also can agree on that this Giants
What? I
team
missed what you
is
said.
way.
He said we've been playing bad football since we won our last Super Bowl. We all can agree on that.
All right. Yes.
We all know this fan base is hungry for a winner. We got a winner right now. We're 6-1.
Hell yeah, we are. We're winning.
Can we all agree that when we came into the season, even though I said 10-7 at first and then changed it to 11-6 after listening to Lou, we all agreed in the beginning of the season that this was going to be a rebuilding type year, even though we felt that we were going to be 11-6. Now, just because we are ahead of schedule, it doesn't mean that we need to jump over the bridge right now.
And hit the panic button. Right.
It's not even a panic button. It's hitting
Stay
that.
the course. Listen,
It's hitting that.
Miz knows I'm right because Miz knows that this team completely changed around mainly because of the coaching. So if you trust the GM and you trust the coach, you should be able to trust them to know that they're gonna pick the right guys in the next draft. Sorry for cutting you off, Pat. Go ahead.
Shout out to Pat Barrios back in the chat. Good to see you, Almighty Finesse. Tommy, Dash, we'll probably be on for a little while. Definitely want to hear what you have to have about this conversation. We're going to jump into the film review at about an hour. And then we're going to do film review for about 30 minutes, talk some more. We'll try to get you guys out of here in 2 hours. Can't make any promises. But,
Yeah.
Pikachu, what's going on? We all can. I see what the fans were like, how Miz is thinking right now.
Don't get me. I want to agree with Miz. I want a receiver to take us all the way to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl, but I
Yeah.
just don't want to risk the money to do it, and then the guy turn out to be a bust, and then we standing here holding our in our hand again. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand where the fans are coming from, where Lou is speaking. But I'm trying to let you guys know that there's a middle ground to this. If you can find a receiver that's willing, that a team is willing to give up, I'm not going any higher than the 4th-round pick. I'm sorry, I can't. But if
I
it's
ain't going
somehow
up
you
there,
can,
Andy.
what was that, Joe?
I said I'm going. I'm not going to go for any. I
Right.
want all my draft picks that I have all next year. I want all of them.
Me too.
That's why I'm saying there's a middle ground. There's a middle ground that can be held. Let's just say 4th-round pick, the Broncos just break down and say, we'll give you Jerry Jeudy for a 4th-round pick.
Then I'll go get him for a 4th-round pick. Yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what that's what I was getting to. That's what I'm saying.
Then I agree. But I mean, my thing is, if we're gonna do that, I'm all in on that. If we're going to give a 4th or a 5th or maybe a 4th this year and a 6th next year, some shit like that for a stud, yeah. But as far as like giving up a 1 or giving up fucking 80 mil and taking on they cap hit or some shit like that.
Yeah,
No.
the only way I trade for a wide receiver is he's on a rookie contract and he's a stud, and we can get him for still like a 4th-round pick. They just want to get rid of the guy that bad. But all these people talking about DJ Moore or trade for this guy that already got contracts. How are you going to trade for McLaurin or DK Metcalf or DJ Moore or any of these receivers that just got paid when you already have a receiver that has a contract like that that's lesser than what you would be bringing in? And if that guy doesn't turn out, guess what? We got to deal with Kenny Golladay again for 2 to 3 more years. His name just changed. You can't take that risk with this rebuild. There's no way you give up that much draft capital and that much money, and then if the dude doesn't turn out what you need him to be, you just got a foot in your ass.
Pause.
Because that pushes back the rebuild. That 2nd-round pick could have been used to get a left guard or a center or a receiver or a DB or an inside linebacker. We need those positions. Yes, this team has holes, but we have very good coaching. And that's why I can see going through the rest of the season with what we have, make it to 11-6, and when we get in the playoffs, anything can happen. Anything can happen. If we can win 11 games with this team, why can't we go win a couple of games in the playoffs playing against those same NFC teams? It's not like we're going to be playing the Chiefs or the Bills until we make it to the Super Bowl. What if we draw the 49ers in the 1st round? I'm confident we could beat those guys right now with the team we have. What if we play the Buccaneers? I'm very confident we can beat them. What if we played the Cowboys? I'm confident we can beat them with the team we have right now. So imagine if we make it to the playoffs and we can beat 2 of those teams that are very beatable with this squad. And then all of a sudden we had to play somebody like a juggernaut like the Rams or somebody in the NFC Championship game, and we just come up a little bit short. You know the confidence this team will have? We made it to the NFC Championship game with Slayton as our number 1 receiver.
Now, don't get me wrong, Miz. I feel you. And
I
listen,
definitely feel where Miz is coming from. It's frustration.
I would want
What I'm saying
nothing
is,
more.
you can go get a receiver right now. You don't have to get a number 1 and mortgage your future. You could get somebody that can help this offense a little bit.
Like who?
Like Pat said, well, what if you make the playoffs, Pat, and you win a playoff game? And what if you get 1 game from the NFC title game, and if you had another good receiver that would get you to the next round? Wouldn't you wish you had done it? I'm not saying give away a top pick next year, and I would definitely not take on more, which would cost us $19 million next year. That's stupid. We all know Joe Shane's not doing that. But there could be guys out there right now we could get to help us that would not cost us much at all. It don't gotta be Judy. I'm sure there's other guys out there. We do need somebody. We do.
We do. I mean, we've known we needed somebody since the offseason because we do Kenny.
Let me ask you something. We all love Daniel Jones, right? We do right now. A lot of the fan base is finally seeing Daniel Jones as a real deal QB, and he's still gonna grow a lot more. Yo, don't Daniel Jones, after what he's done this whole year, deserve a weapon?
Yes,
How about that?
Of course he does. And the
But
Giants
the
fan base deserve a win and a
You
Lombardi
really want to
and
see
everything
Jones
else.
run all year long?
Man,
Let me ask you something, Lou. What's the chances Daniel Jones continues rushing for 100 yards a game all year and doesn't get injured? Sooner or later, he's going to take that hit, and we're all going to be pissed about it.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to do that. I think that they're just waiting for their receivers to get healthy. They haven't put Tony on IR for a reason. There's some things going on in the background that these guys are keeping close to the vest. Remember how they outed them scouts who was leaking secrets? You know what I'm saying? Remember how they got rid of?
I agree with that. You're right.
There's some stuff going on in the background. These guys are making some moves in the background. They're making some phone calls, and there's some negotiations going on. And there's going to be somebody that we least expect, somebody whose name we haven't even brought up. Watch. But they're not going to bet the house
gentlemen. Good evening.
What's up? How you doing?
What's going on, Tommy?
I did say it.
Good evening,
you see
family.
my video. I did say that after the bye, you're going to get a healthy Tony. and a healthy Golladay. I don't care how many people hate Golladay. I don't care. He can only help this offense. I believe that.
Well, he
And I
can't
would
be
like to
no
see
worse.
them both
He
come
can't
back
be
healthy
no
and see
worse than fucking Sills.
Right.
I mean, the
Right.
fact that we
So
winning with D team players, man.
let me
Imagine
get
if
to
we had better team.
a couple of comments here. Alex, what's going on? He says you gotta trust the process. What did the Giants do wrong in 2015 and 2020? They overinvested, skipped through the building, plus didn't focus on needs because they didn't have the capital base on an outlier year.
Yep, they
That's
went and
true.
got Olivier Vernon and Snacks Harrison and Janoris Jenkins, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And
They went and got Snacks. They went and got that edge rusher. He turned out to be a bust for us, but he came from Miami. They
Olivier
went
Vernon, yeah.
Olivier Vernon. They got
Janoris Jenkins.
Janoris Jenkins. They went and got DRC.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
No problem.
Diella agrees. He says, "Yeah, we aren't trading a second round pick for a while. Nothing higher than a fourth. Yeah, that's me too." Jay the God, what's going on? Big Fridge, what's going on? Eric Dixon, what's going on? He says,
You bet.
"Question: Do you, huh?"
No, I was about to read it. Go ahead.
He says, "Question: Do you guys think our record is luck, or do you really think we have a football team that knows how to
We
win
have a
football games
football
with
team.
personnel we have? You can't be lucky 6 times, bro." Just to be honest with you, we have a good football team. We're less talented than people, but we're very well coached. We're out coaching people this year, and DJ and Saquon Barkley are having one hell of a year together.
Right.
Fonzie, he says if we get a number one receiver, DJ is going to be running even more because they can't stack the box.
Right. I agree.
It'll be easier runs. It'll be way easier runs, and I think Saquon Barkley goes off a little bit more too. Be honest with you. He said if Tony isn't practicing after the bye, he's useless. Craig, what's going on? What's going on? He said Judy has a 5th-year option, man. That's a great pickup for us to test. Only if the price is right. What's going on, G Marley? Pikachu, he says the Eagles needed the best roster in football to be undefeated. We're 6-1 with the hospital squad. We have a bright future at the NFC East.
That's
I
true.
think this team has a bright future, period. But Mr. Tommy, you there?
What's good? What's good?
Yeah,
Hello, KI. Welcome.
you've been talking a whole lot in the chats. You haven't been on the panel in a little while, so I'm gonna give you the floor real quick.
Oh man,
Right,
you
hold on one
already
second,
know.
Joe. You got anything you need to say? Look like you wanted to say something real fast.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, go
He
ahead.
looked like he lost his bomb.
I
Right.
did.
I want you. I always ask
No,
Joe
I
first,
didn't.
guys, because Joe will forget what he
The
about to say in a
zigzag man.
heartbeat. But go
Oh,
ahead, Tommy. I want you to speak, man. Tommy,
All
new
thank
right.
you for coming, a
member.
new
New
member.
member.
Yay!
Thank you. Thank you for talking your
17.
talk with Big Pat Sports Talk. We are at 17 members strong. We get to 30 members before the end of the month. I'm doing a members only stream just for you guys. So let's get to 30 members before the end of the month. But Tommy, once again, go.
Man, it ain't nothing. We just a lot of us see football the way it's supposed to be seen. Some of us still trying to learn it, and it's good to see all the analysts on TV eating crow with their foot in their mouth because they don't know what they talking about. And Jones has always played good. He just hasn't had the supporting cast or coaching. That's beating a dead horse, and we just keep talking about it, preaching to the choir, because a lot of us already seen the way this team has molded itself to be and changed the direction from where it was at. The 1-2 punch got to be Jones and Saquon moving forward. Lock in Dex, Neal. We got him on a rookie deal and Keith Thomas and all that. A number one receiver right now, maybe. I mean, but it's a 50-50 chance he might not do good. It's a 50-50 chance he might. The ones we got, they definitely need to step up. They've had opportunities. They're making Jones miss a lot of good production, a whole bunch of good production.
Let me
And
ask you a question,
I don't
Tommy.
want. Hey, I wanted to ask him one too, but go ahead, Lou.
So, did you happen by any chance to catch the media starting to say 11 wins for the New York Giants now?
yeah, they was last game they started trying to say a thing or two, and then after this game they trying to sit here and say we can win all these games.
The Goya baby, I'm
Um,
telling you.
I mean, once Joe came in the building, I said our Super Bowl run started. I already knew that he's that type of guy. Dab, Dayball, he's that type of coach. Wink definitely, he's ready to cement himself back in the league's history books. I think we definitely got a chance to at least continue to get better, even if it's a successful season. At 11-6 or 12-5, whatever it may
Let
be,
go.
or even if we get far in the playoffs. I just think it's a successful season because we've had so many injuries. We got practice squad players on the field on Sunday. We got practice squad players out there on Sunday. There's no way that on any other roster, a kid like Johnson or Slayton or James would be getting the number 2, number 3 rep.
Now, why you
There's just
speaking
never,
on that?
it
Why you
wouldn't
speaking
happen.
on that? Why you speaking on that? I want to ask you a question. You've been one of the sole people, and I've been talking about him a little bit too, but about Marcus Johnson.
Man,
Took
he's
him
hurt my
hard to
heart, man.
Texas.
Them drops have killed me.
I
Them
want you
drops.
to I want you to explain to the fans what do you see in Marcus Johnson and why. And every time
Why we
you're in the
need him?
chat,
We need
yeah,
him
every time
because
you're in the chat, you
he
say we need Marcus
his
Johnson.
speed.
Give us
Because
reasons
his
why.
speed. Yeah, his speed. They put over the top help on him.
You
So and
said,
you look at film.
hold on. Sell me Marcus Johnson right now because right now I am
Outside of him
doubting that
dropping
he
these
needs to
last
be on this
catches,
roster. You got
yeah, them
sell me
catches are
Marcus Johnson
horrible,
right now.
man. I feel that as a practice squad player that's only been on this team for X amount of weeks, he's only had an X amount of reps. So for somebody to try to grab these goal line catches and touchdowns, it's a lot of pressure. And he's definitely hasn't showed up just yet. But I don't think to give up on him because he opens the field even if we don't use him. Even when we don't throw the ball his way, they still give over the top help on him. They still put 2 on him. So that's helping our offense at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So we need him to catch everything that comes his way. We need him to wake up and do what he need to do. Him, Slayton, James, they all need to catch everything that come their way. But we got to remind ourselves these are kids that barely even catch the ball, man. They barely got any reps. They barely been in the game. They're the number 5 receiver on your roster. Your number 7 receiver. They're not your number 3 at all. Not even your number 4. So for them to be winning with nothing is definitely a testament to the coaching, the play calling, the heart the team has. Because they come back from nowhere. Comeback kids. They've been coming back. It's just more reps, man. Johnson and Slayton and them. I think they're gonna come through for us. I think they will. I think more reps going into the bye. Say this game in
His
Seattle.
squad.
In Seattle, it'll tell a lot. The way that Slayton play, the way that James plays, the way that Johnson
Yo,
plays. If they have a game of no drops, couple touchdowns, then it's definitely gonna be in a direction going into the bye to be able to add more reps that are productive, more productive reps. Right now they looking bad because they dropped, the last couple catches and all that. But I believe that they could do what we need to get done cheap, keep all our draft, all our assets, go into the draft, man, and monster that thing like we did this last year,
So
and pick up 7 rounders that are productive for us.
so so you're against giving up draft capital to get a receiver right now.
Man, think about it, man. If you get more, what more gonna do? Okay, more gonna get what? 5 catches a game, maybe. Is that 5 catches a game gonna give us a touchdown every game? It's gonna open up touchdowns for everybody else. Is that 4 catches a game gonna do that? Because I don't think
Not
the scheme is pass heavy anyway. The
not
scheme
only
isn't
that,
pass heavy.
let's keep in mind that we gotta retain some guys, right? So we don't have to worry about Neil or Thibodeau right now. We got 3 to 4 years to worry about that, but they both will be coming up for contract at the same time.
Right.
Both of them are going to demand a lot of money, right? Uh, We got Dex until next year, and I think Leo until what? Next year?
I
Yeah,
think
Leo
Leo's
until the
one
year
more
after
year.
next.
Yeah,
Leo
Leo
got
got
two
one more
years.
year.
So
Dex is
we
No,
coming
we
Leo.
up.
got a lot of
Leo got two
contracts.
more years.
We
Yeah,
got a
Leo
lot of
got he
contract.
got
Okay, so Dex is next year, Leo in 2 years, and then you got Everdale and Thibodeau in 3 to 4 years. So that's a lot of bread right there. And you got Andrew Thomas in there too.
and then you got to think of McKinney. Yeah, you got to think of
McKinney,
McKinney too.
Robertson,
Barkley.
Tony, if he works out, Barkley this year. You know what
Man,
I
I
mean?
wish
So
Tony and
Well,
them would have
why does
worked
the
out.
cap go up next year? Wait and see.
What the projected cap, what they projected to go up with once we release Galladay as a post June cut, we will have around $72 million to work with. So I believe that's enough to sign your own, front load a couple of contracts,
what
back
I
load
fear is
Andrew Thomas. Go ahead, Lou.
what I fear is us putting together this monster team, us going on a run, right? Winning the Super Bowl, and then all the fan base being hyped up for us to go back, and then before the offseason, they blow the fucking team apart because they can't afford to pay everybody. You know what I mean?
Right. A lot of our players are on rookie deals, so it won't be blown up like that, as opposed to other teams that got, people on their last year of their deal and ready to look for a new contract.
It won't
Um,
be blown. I'll say this, Tommy. Give me 1 second, and I'm gonna go take a smoke break, and then we're gonna hop in the film room once I get back. But let me say this: it won't be blown up if we just sign our own.
right.
Yeah.
If we
That's what
don't
I
go
feel
out,
we need to keep doing.
if we don't go out there and try to sign 3 to 4 big name free agents every offseason, it won't happen that way because we'll be signing our own. And by the time we have to sign those new rookies, the older guys' contracts will be coming up, and they'll probably sign back to team friendly deals because they'll be older, and we'll still be able to keep those guys and sign the newer guys
Yeah, as
and
soon
keep
as we
that
get off that
rotation.
KG contract, we're gonna be
Yeah,
way better.
yeah. But
That KG
I just
contract
want
at the end of the season,
to
as soon as we
leave
get
that
off that.
I just want to leave that tidbit with you guys. You guys continue to talk, hold me down for a couple minutes, and I'll be right back, and then we'll do
Yeah.
the film review. I was waiting for
Yeah,
Dash, but he trying to get a damn pizza.
but that KG contract, man, as soon as the end of the year, I think we're gonna take the loss on it. We're just gonna eat that little money up and get rid of him and let him go. We're gonna have to. It's just bad situation. Bad situation. I wish he would just want to play, or him and Tony, give us some type of production, because his offense would be a lot different with them two in the lineup. Miz, what you been feeling about the game going to Seattle? What you think we need to get done? Because that run game in Seattle, we're gonna have to play way more disciplined defense.
Oh, that's gonna be a good game. I was trying to load my video because I spoke about a lot of this earlier tonight, but for some reason it's not loading yet. But real quick, one of the
Whose dog is that?
one of the undercover better games of the year. Giants Seattle, two surprise teams. I called it in my video the Coach of the Year Bowl because I believe those are the two coach candidates of the year right there, Pete Carroll and Dabble.
Pete
And
Carroll, yeah, he's done
he's having a
amazing.
good year with very lack of talent in Seattle. Nobody expected them to win more than 4 or 5 games, and they're playing real good football. And but Seattle's 31st ranked run defense against the Giants' #1 ranked running offense, and that's what it's going to come down to. But Seattle has a good running game, and we're going to have to focus on the run a little more. I think it's going to be a good game, and it's always hard to go to Seattle, but I think the Giants could again pull out a close game.
Yeah, I think 24-16 Giants. 24-16 Giants. It's gonna be
I don't know
tough.
why. I got a feeling that this is going to be a little bit higher scoring game than the rest of our games this year. I think I have a feeling that somebody in this game is going to have to score like 28, 27 to win the game. And Seattle does that.
It's a good chance for us to. I know our receivers dropped a lot of passes. Our receivers dropped a lot of passes. Our receivers, they're not top notch, but the scheme, it gets them open. And if they could catch these passes, man, it's a different ball game each game. It's a different game. If these
Yo,
receivers,
Tommy, like I was telling these guys. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Well, like I was telling these guys a few minutes ago before you came on, I'm not willing to mortgage any major picks for next year, and I don't want more because he would cost $20 million next year, and we shouldn't do that. But I want the Giants to try to go get Judy because I'm telling you right now,
I see Judy catching some
I can't
passes.
be scared and worried about I want to keep my guys 4 years from now. You got to go for it. When you're having a season like this, you got to recognize that you have an opportunity and you got to fucking go for it.
Maybe
And I
maybe
think Judy,
coaching
every round pick.
knows that Tony is going to be at full strength after the bye. Maybe coaching knows that. Maybe coaching knows that
Get you a
Tony's going
swear
to come
jar,
back
Miz.
Oh my God.
at
No,
100%.
I agree with that. If you get a Golladay and Tony healthy after the bye, that changes
The dynamic of the team.
this
Yes.
offense
I mean,
dramatically.
think of it
You
right now. If
don't
you
need a receiver.
KG,
You're right.
no matter how you think of anything, if you KG right now, you're thinking of your brand. You're thinking of the Kenny Golladay brand. You're thinking of your future investment. You're thinking of how you're going to get yourself another contract. You haven't played worth anything in the past 2 seasons. So right now, if you KG, the only thought you can have is, man, I got a 6-1 team. I got an opportunity to shine and produce and put my resume together.
Right.
So this next team I get to, whoever going to pay me the rest of this money, I'm thinking he has to buy in. Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't you? I mean, I know the media in New York is tough. So half of New York is talking bad about you. Tony the same way. Half of New York talking bad about you. But tune that out. Look at the team you have. Look at the scheme you have, the play calling you have. KG, a real KG, man, he would have at least had about 800 yards catching by now. A real KG. I'm talking about he would have at least gave us 80 yards a game. Real easy. A real Tony, a healthy Tony, he for sure would have had 100-yard games. I mean, I just see after the bye is going to tell us a lot. Who's healthy, who's on the field. That next game after the bye, that's really what we got to look at. Who's on the field.
Right, I agree. And I don't care what people say about Kenny Golladay. Kenny Golladay didn't forget how to play football overnight. So
He was blocking good.
I think he could really help this offense on the outside. You know?
Yeah, a lot of them blocks that let Barkley run free. KG or Shepard blocked him.
Right. That's what I was saying earlier. Even though people Golladay took $72 million, he's not involved in the passing game. He's finished all this and that. No. But even when he wasn't involved in the passing game, right? He still went out there and blocked quietly, big time in the run game.
Yeah, he blocked.
And that should count for something, right? So I don't give up on him because you're paying him and he's here. So if you could get him back after the bye healthy, and you could try to get him a few balls, you might get him fired up to play in this offense. The team's winning. You got to find a way to get Golladay involved in this offense.
Think of it. That same, them 2 touchdowns that Johnson dropped. KG would have made those.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Even if he on bad standings with the team and he don't get along with this player, that player, KG would have made those catches. The back of the end zone and the goal line.
Listen,
both of them.
If you're somebody out there who's wants Marcus on the field instead of Golladay when he's healthy, you got to have your head examined.
I mean, look, Marcus, Marcus, he's just a kid that hasn't had the reps, hasn't been in the big games just yet. So this is all new to him. So you got to imagine being new to this and trying to get acclimated and out there playing against top defenses and trying to get open and catch the ball. It's a lot going on. I would say that here in the next 2-3 games, if he doesn't produce better than with his opportunities like he did in the first couple of games, because the first times he played, he did good with his opportunities. If he would get back to doing good with his opportunities, then it's gonna be good for him. But if it don't, then we gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out. We got to.
He's okay, but listen, I
His
don't care
speed.
what
It's his speed. That's really what
people
it is. His
people
speed
hating
is.
on Golladay, but I'm telling you, man, Golladay came here. He was a dog, and he could still play football. We have to find a way to include him in the offense. That's it.
I think what happened with Golladay was last year it was so horrible of coaching, right? And then he got with Jones, and Jones couldn't really get him the ball, and that's what turned it into him really, I guess, second guessing the team if he really wants to play, if he wants to stay, if he don't. And I mean, who you can't really blame him when the organization gives you all this money and you think it's going to be a good organization that's going to be something you're proud of playing for. And then we get people like Jason Garrett in the building that completely tear it down, and Judge and all those type of people that should have never been in the building.
Right.
And then we seen what went on. And then now it's the deprogramming of Jones. It's the deprogramming of Barkley. You see Barkley, he playing a whole different game. He ain't even putting his body out there like he used to. You see Jones when he runs confident, strong. He keeps the ball tucked. It's just, it's a whole technical advancement that they have made. They're making leaps and bounds with their improvement. So I think that's just what we got to wait on with Richie and Slayton and Johnson. Now, do we have time for it? Maybe, maybe not. But I feel the kids, they're doing a lot with, when you got your special teams kid, like James, he's a special teams kid. He shouldn't even be out there. When you're expecting him to make catches for you,
right?
That's a tough thing.
Well, he's held it down the first few weeks. He was holding it down. Actually, 1 second. Blue City. Blue City.
Marley Marr says Kenny Golladay should gain weight and switch to tight end.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should.
No. I said it. I said it when you were gone, Pat. The Giant when Galladay's healthy after the bye, the Giants better find a way to get him involved. It only can help this team go further. Golladay did not forget how to play.
He's definitely a target.
Football. I'm telling you right now. And as far as Blue City with Daniel Jones being upset at Marcus, that's one of the best things I've ever seen out of Daniel Jones, because he's taking command of the team and he's become the leader, and he's going to let you know that he's not happy with you dropping the touchdown pass.
Miss, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to ask the panel a question. Who the hell put me in the gulag?
Nobody did. The hell you mean?
Not me.
You put your damn self in the gulag.
You
Went to go
did.
smoke.
Yeah.
All right, but question, Miz, this is directed towards you. You know football. You've been a coach. You've been a ref. Say you're the coach of a team, and Kenny Golladay was on your team. You gave him $72 million. He hasn't caught a touchdown for you in a year and a half, and now he's injured again. Probably won't see him until the Lions game. When he's on the field, when it comes to catching and receiving the ball, I'm not questioning his effort, because I'm not questioning his effort when it comes to blocking down the field and everything. I see him putting forth effort. But you paying a $72 million receiver that can't separate, that looks just out of sorts when it comes to the passing game. So you're a head coach, and your quarterback DJ is playing his tail off for his career with your team, and he's shown that he can win games for you. So you mean to tell me that you're going to put this guy in that has shown you nothing? I mean, completely nothing, basically. He might have flashed the pan once or twice, but shown you completely nothing. You're going to tell me that you're going to tell your quarterback that's playing for his New York Giant life or his Miz team life to force the ball to a guy that he can't count on? Now
Nah,
go.
we just gonna put him out there to block.
Hold on, Tommy. Hold on, Tommy.
Put him to block.
Miz, talk to me.
I'm putting when Golladay come back healthy, I'm putting Golladay on the field, and I'm telling Golladay, we're gonna go to you with the ball. If you get Golladay a nice pass, or if you could get Golladay down the field, you might ignite a fire in Golladay, and you might get the Golladay that we've been looking for. Maybe not 100%, but if you could have him be a target down the field every now and then, or in the red zone, it could go a long way for this offense. I'm going to give it another try. Yes, you know why? Because who cares about the money? It's already been paid. So he's here for this year. So you might as well get him going here in late November. You got to try one more time, Pat. You just got to try.
But if you're in a
Forget
situation
about the money.
where this is not about, believe me, it's not about the money. Because if it was about the money, I would put him out there with a broke leg. You're going to earn me something. You're not just going to sit there and just collect money. But
I need a return on all my investments.
right. That's hood standards. You're going to give me something in return.
I need
better
a
figure
return
it out.
on all my investments.
But there's no way I tell my quarterback we're going to force feed this man the ball, and we all see it. There's no connection between DJ and Golladay. There's none. So are you willing to put our 11-6 season on the line for Kenny Golladay? Talk to him.
I don't think the scheme fits him. The scheme don't fit big, slow receivers. The scheme fits shifty receivers, fast receivers.
Right, but I need Miz to talk to me. Talk to me, Miz.
I'll give him another chance, because if maybe he was not healthy, which seems to always be the excuse. I understand that, so I'm not trying to make an excuse. But if you could get Golladay going, imagine what the bright side of that could be in a late season run.
Okay, imagine what the dark side could be.
That's what I'm saying. The upside.
Yeah, the upside is upside, but you got to think about the dark side too. What if you put this dude on the field and he's nothing but a higher paid sales?
Well, no, listen, if he's not working out and you're going to see it pretty quick, then that's it. It's over. You put him back on the bench and you say, listen, we're parting ways at the end of the year. That's all.
Okay,
so why not give it one more shot and find out? Let's really give it one more chance.
Let's say he goes out there and makes one back shoulder catch for 20 yards, but all the rest of the game he ain't doing shit. Will that one catch for 20 yards let you keep putting this man out there on the field knowing that it's hurting his offense?
No. I don't think the coaching gonna let it happen.
No. I agree with that. No. I'm saying let's find out. But if it's not working, then you put him back on the bench and you continue on. But if he's healthy in 3 weeks, they're putting him out there. They're gonna try.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna put him out there because he's better than what Seals is. I don't think he's better than Slayton Market or Marcus Johnson, to be honest with you. The way that
he's better than Marcus Johnson, Pat.
He may be as far as the talent wise, but what have we seen on the field, Miz? Is not take the name away, take the contract away. Put Kenny Golladay, the player this year, versus the player of Marcus Johnson this year, and what do you see?
Yeah, we haven't seen anything out of Golladay, but he also seems to be injured.
Whose fault is that?
It happens, I guess.
When Marcus Johnson is in the game, we seem to get receivers open. They just got to catch the damn ball. If they catch the ball, Daniel Jones has a 300-yard passing game.
That's to catch it.
Let me ask you something, Pat. Is Golladay catching that slant for a touchdown Sunday?
For shit show.
In my honest opinion, yes.
Shit show. For shit show.
I think he does catch that one pass right there. But the thing is, can he run the route to be able to catch the pass? Can he run that route? Do they have enough respect for Kenny Golladay to allow him to run that route? Because Marcus Johnson gets respect when it comes to speed, and that's why that DB backed off.
Definitely,
a little
Marcus gets the speed.
See,
that's why we got to keep him in there. We got to keep Johnson in there, man.
we're in a dilemma with our receivers because one receiver can do this, but he can't do that. One receiver can do this, but he can't do that. Seals is a very hard worker, but he can't separate. But he
He ain't
catches the
got the
ball
talent.
when we get it to him.
He
Marcus
ain't too
Johnson
tough.
can separate and route people up, but
He
he's not
got
catching the
talent.
ball when we get him to
Can't
him.
catch. Yeah.
We need that guy that's doing both, and we don't have that guy right now.
Or we need all of them to do what they do and catch the ball. That's what they need. They need to
That's what
just
I'm
catch
saying.
the ball.
We need a guy that can separate and catch the ball. We got a couple of guys out there that can separate, but they're having a hard time catching the ball.
Slayton,
Slayton including.
James.
Yeah.
James missed one too.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Slayton,
we know who that
James,
guy is.
Robinson dropped one. All the receivers dropped one. Only people that
Yeah.
didn't drop anything was the tight end.
Mm-hmm.
No, what? I take that back. Hudson dropped the pass too,
Yeah,
and he's a
Hudson
tight
dropped.
end. That's the dilemma we're having at receiver, Miz. Galladay might be able to snag that thing better than anybody on this team right now, but he can't separate, so I can't get it to him. Marcus Johnson might separate the best on his team right
Yeah.
now. You get him to it, he drops it.
Catch it. He was doing good at first, man. I don't know what happened that last game, man.
I mean,
He just ain't showing
we
up.
don't know who
Brings
the
in.
guy is. The guy that we need, that we hope can be fully healthy, is Tony. That's what you hope for.
Tony's supposed to be
could
coming
probably,
after the bye. After the
and
bye,
Tony
he's
could
supposed to
probably
come.
do both, but he can't get on the field.
Man, if he come back healthy and he could stay healthy for the rest of the season, that's gonna
I
be
think we
something
might got
else.
something. If you put
Man.
Marcus Johnson, Slayton, Tony, and Robinson on the field, I think you got something.
It's gonna be
I
something
really
different.
do.
Yeah,
It's gonna be something different.
100%.
Cause we could
You
just give
can't tell me
Tony
no
the
different.
ball on a sweet pass and let him just get it on open space and just do what he do.
Because if Kadarius Tony was on that Marcus Johnson route, I promise you he brings that in and scores.
Oh
Because
yeah,
you have to
both
give him the
touchdowns.
exact same respect that you give Marcus Johnson. And he's a better route runner than Marcus Johnson.
Hey, if Tony would have ran any of them routes that got open and they actually made the catch, Tony, I'd say out of half the catches, he probably would have made an attempt to a house call, you know, because some of
I'll
those
be honest
passes
with you.
were in open space.
What in the world?
Some of those passes were in open space. And Tony,
Yeah.
if he was there and caught at least half of those passes, some of those would have been house calls.
Thank you for the super chat, Talleyrand. I don't know what that is. That says $12,000. I know that's not true, but he says running on fumes with salary cap, so we can't get DJ Moore and no drafts for him. Tight end Lawrence Cager on our practice squad. He's a steal. So is Andre
Yeah,
Miller.
Cager been on the practice squad for like 2 weeks now, so they'll
Yes.
probably bring him up and then after the bye.
And
Cager will be all right. He'll give us some good reps.
Oh, that's a different currency. I don't know what that currency is. What currency is that, Talleyrand?
Those are pesos divided by 4,000.
So it's what, $2.50, I think, or $3.
$4. Oh, it will be equal to our currency, so you get $4.
Yeah. Okay. I was going to say, whoa, what is that? But yeah, I think we have the talent at receiver. We just got to get healthy. But let's check out a little film before we get up out of here. Hopefully, this thing don't send me to the gulag. What we gonna do? What we gonna do here? We know what DJ can do. We know what DJ can do. So let's see what Geno Smith can do a little bit right here on this cool day on film review. Because I believe Geno is playing some ball as well. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
It's good play calling over there.
Very good play calling over there. And you have to give credit to old Pete Carroll over there. He is definitely driving those Seahawks to be way better than that they're supposed to be. He's doing not as good as Dabo's doing with us, but he's doing a pretty good job. So
Like I said earlier, Pat, this is the Coach of the Year Bowl this Sunday.
Yeah, definitely could be. Can you guys see?
No.
All right. So this is some film review.
Yes.
As we all know, the Seahawks beat the Chargers uh, on Sunday. A lot of people are saying that Geno Smith is better than Daniel Jones, and Geno Smith is doing the same thing, and he's not getting the credit that he deserves. I'll pay Geno before DJ. So let's watch a little Geno Smith film and see exactly what he's doing on the field. That he is having a good season. I'm not taking that away from him. So as you can see right here, they're going to use their speed to their advantage. This is a very fast receiving core with the Seahawks with Tyler Lockett, the guy they got from San Francisco. I always forget his name, but he runs a 4.2. Eskridge runs a 4.2. Lockett runs a 4.4, 4.3. DK Metcalf ran a 4.3, but he's out. And their tight ends are pretty fast as well. So we're going to have a problem with these guys, keeping these guys bottled up if we don't get pressure. But you see they spread out the field here. Now, the great thing about this team, look at that pocket right there. Lucas and Charles Cross are blocking their asses off with the Seahawks. I'm not going to lie to you. Them two dudes are blocking their butts off.
our D line is gonna get in that middle way faster than that.
Shit, ain't nobody in the middle. Look at this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't play like that. We play up the middle. Our D-line gets up the middle. They get pressure up the middle. They make you have to back up. They make your pocket move.
If he has pockets like this, he's going to eat us alive.
That's why
But
we so effective. We so effective because our D-line, they push the pocket back. Even if we don't get sacks like that, we get a lot of hurries. We
but
get to the
one
quarterback.
but one thing about Geno Smith, people said before he came into the season that he can't scan the field. You see, he's looking to his right now.
Yeah,
Covered, pretty much covered.
we
So
ain't never
all that's
giving up that
covered.
gap.
He went to the middle of the field. Didn't like what he see right there. He could have threw it right here and got a quick completion. But he seen that he had a good pocket, and he waited for his other receiver to break open. His tight end. First down, Seahawks. If we give Geno Smith this much time, we're going to give up a lot of points.
Nah, that ain't happening.
Thibodeau,
Thibodeau ain't
Dexter
giving him no
Lawrence.
time.
Dex is up that middle easy, man. That ain't even happening.
But let's just
Geno,
say he does. Let's just say he does get time.
We're
I
gonna
don't
break
think our
Geno's jaw like his
linebackers ain't.
lineman did.
I don't think our linebackers and our fourth string DB can keep up with the speed of their receivers. I just don't think they can. Not if he gets this much time. We have to put pressure on Geno Smith or he's going to eat us alive. Because he's playing with a swagger that I haven't seen him play since his rookie year with the Jets.
Yeah, Rick, Andre Miller. We got Andre Miller back.
All right, this is the second play here. You see those tackles? Those tackles are blocking they behinds. Oh, look at that. That's Khalil Mack. They're blocking their behinds off. And as soon as the receiver gets open, Geno is right on target. He anticipated this route breaking open right here. Got it
ain't no
off.
pressure coming up the middle.
Yeah, none.
Yeah, that's because the Chargers is playing that way. I don't know why they doing that. They've been doing that all year. And we don't play like that.
The Chargers don't blitz. They go with the 4-man rush.
Yeah, we don't play like that at all. Yeah, we ain't. See, look, they're not getting no pressure up the
Yeah,
middle.
none.
They're not. It's because the Chargers play like that. I don't know why. I don't know why they switched it up. Because last year they weren't like that. Last year.
And they run similar plays like us. RPO. Got this guy standing here. He has to come up, go right behind him. This linebacker's is in a mid
No
zone,
man's land.
but yeah, he's in no man's land.
Post.
We have to get pressure on Geno Smith. I think Dexter Lawrence is going to have to play one hell of a game to beat these guys.
Oh,
I don't know what they're Tommy. I don't know what they're doing on in the center of the field. Look at their defensive. What are their defensive tackles doing?
They fell for the run. See how they
They're
follow
not
for the
playing the
run?
middle
The
defense,
linebackers
middle of the field.
bit the
Hey,
run.
put
The
the
edges bit
link
the
in the
run.
chat for Coach.
They
No,
bit on the run.
The center fielder is playing way too far back. Look at him. He's on the 26.
They bit on the run, and
He
they're
said
not getting no pressure up the middle. That's
he
the
said the
problem.
center fielder. You've been
Yeah.
watching a lot of baseball this week, Miz.
No, Lou, that's a center fielder, deep
It's
safety. Center
safety,
Yeah,
fielder.
deep
yeah, I
safety.
know. But it's
Look
just
where he is, man. He's way too far away from this play.
Yeah, he away from the play. He ain't even in the play.
You said put the link in the chat for Coach Lou.
yeah. Remember yesterday he said he was gonna be on a little
That's
later.
one thing, but we got good
Yeah.
safeties, man. We got Love, we got McKinney, we got guys that can play
Yeah,
middle
it's
of the field.
a different game with us. It's a way different game against us.
But if we're doing stuff like this, we're gonna get 8 of. I don't know what the hell they do.
We don't
right
even play
here.
that set.
Like, look at that. They're actually giving him a pocket by doing this. I don't know what the Chargers would think.
Because they're playing the zone. Look how everybody's playing
No, I'm
The
not
zone
saying
ain't got nothing to do with your D line.
Seattle's playing great offense this year, so
No, their D line sucking.
I think this is gonna be a higher scoring game than people think. So both sides, both teams.
Nah, we holding them to 16.
Nah, no way.
Yeah,
shot.
man. Watch.
Now you see this formation here is pretty dope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth receiver
Not
up
in
here.
Seattle.
And the Chargers are playing defense like this at home. So
That's just
they
my
got
opinion.
Kenneth Walker in motion. He curls back out. That's
Mind you,
actually kind of open.
DK
Go ahead,
Metcalf
Luke.
is hurt too. He ain't gonna be playing.
Right. That helps, of course.
Man, sigh of relief.
Now, Geno Smith could have tossed it right here and got his running back crushed as soon as
He
he
got
got
the
the
man
ball.
at the top 30 up
Yeah.
there to the left.
Yeah, Geno Smith is playing some ball. Look at him. Got out of the pocket and threw it to him.
Yeah, he could have
You
got
gotta
some
watch
running.
out. You gotta watch out for stuff like this because that dude was way on the other side of the formation and got open. Nobody paid attention to him. Look at him get open. Nobody paid attention to him.
Jones
Just
be having
smoothly
those
ran
type of
over
plays open.
Just smoothly ran over there. Nobody paid attention to him. Caught you in his zone. Not even this guy paid attention to him. You know why he couldn't pay attention to him? Because he's in the zone. He has to pay attention to him. So if these guys ain't paying attention, he's wide open.
They felt they handed him off. Ain't nobody pick him
Wide
up.
open.
And Geno Smith is athletic enough to where he could get past your D lineman that's chasing him and go make a play. Geno's playing some ball, man.
Yeah, he playing way better than what he has.
Playing well. Yep.
He did good last year, though. Remember when Wilson got hurt? He did good.
I'll tell you after.
Go ahead, man.
There's two factors in this game before you go on with the next highlight, Pat, with this game coming up Sunday. Number one, Kayvon Thibbs is getting real close to exploding. Number two, the defensive edge rusher for Seattle, he's got a weird name, Pat. He leads the NFL in hurries with 31.
You talking about for Seattle?
I forgot his name. Yeah, the defensive end or the pass rusher for Seattle.
I know who you're talking about. I forget his name too.
He's number one in the league in pressures with 31, so he's a factor. So, and you got to remember, Evan Neal is out of this game.
Who's number 5?
You said what, Joe?
Who's number 5?
Thibodeau.
He's going to have see-through. Oh, he's going to have 3 sacks.
He's getting close to going off big time, 100%.
Shit, he was going off last game. They just held him every fucking play, and the refs never called it.
Man, he was getting choked.
Well, I think they're gonna start
held like a baby.
Now we're gonna watch this play here.
Listen, I ain't worried about none of these motherfuckers.
All right, Geno has the ball. Very good pocket again, but here's where Geno can get himself in trouble.
Motherfuckers, is that what you said?
I said
Yeah.
Fargan Bastage.
Oh,
Now here's where Geno could get himself in. Here's where Geno could get himself in trouble a little bit. See, this is Geno when he's feeling himself. There's no reason why you throw this ball right here. That's McKinney. I think that's a pick. He threw that with some heat, but our safeties are pretty good when it comes to coverage on stuff like that. You throw a pass like that with McKinney in the area, that's a pick. Why did he throw it right there? I don't know.
Right.
Because he had a pocket. If he waits, this guy breaks open. If you wait to look at the field, because you know this guy's not going to be able to get the ball because he's already underneath it. So you should have came off this because this is gone. And he should have started looking to the right side.
Right,
He either
JD
would have
God.
when Geno Smith starts feeling himself, he'll throw a pick and then his confidence will get knocked down. And then he'll start second guessing himself. Hopefully he does that. But there's no reason why he should have thrown that pass right there.
Geno Smith.
Right. We looking at film on Geno Smith. Now here's where we can get in trouble. We gotta respect their speed. I don't know why you ain't out your back pedal yet. You know this dude fast as hell. Gone. Hopefully our DBs don't do no dumb stuff like this. You see this dude in full stride. He ain't stopping. And plus, you got your guy right here that's gonna cut underneath because this guy's leading them there. You just gonna let the dude run past you, and Geno Smith got it there to him.
Right.
Definitely got to watch out what we're doing against this team.
Yeah, but they
Because if we
playing a
slip
weak
up,
defense.
yeah, the Chargers. I don't know what the hell the Chargers be doing, bro. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
That's that meth head defense.
Now, see what happens when you get a little pressure on them. The pressure wasn't even there yet, but it looked like they was finna get some pressure. He locked up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that meth. He locked up.
Up the middle.
Now, I'm trying to be dead serious here.
I know.
When he
Up the
gets a
middle.
little bit of pressure, just flash pressure at him, he's gonna lock up.
Yeah, yeah.
That pressure wasn't even there yet. But he saw it coming. He just saw it coming. He just
You want
curled
it.
up like a baby. I don't know why he did that. You
And I
obviously
think
have
that
the
plays our
athleticism to
strength, Tom.
spin out of that. Say that again, Miz.
I said you want to get pressure up the middle, right up the gutter, and this guy's put some pressure and
Right,
arms up in his face, and I think that plays to our strength. He don't like to roll out and throw. He likes to stay right between the hash marks.
right. I don't get it.
And Dexter and Leo could get that pressure on him.
Yeah, I think we see a different Leo this week. I think Leo's starting to get 100%.
Mm-hmm. That's what we have to watch out for too. Quick screens with them. They have so much speed, man. It could be a problem though. All those guys run 4.2s.
What's up, Tank Dank?
Tank Dank in the chat.
Yep. Todd
He
said,
said
"Oh, here he come." Said Geno Smith wasn't what?
Geno Smith wasn't trash. Period. He was live at West Virginia and the U. He never really got a chance in the pros until now. That could be true. This is the best squad he's ever had around him for sure. Tank Dank, we got a better record than your Cowboys. Shut up.
yeah.
But this team has tremendous speed, man. And I think Geno Smith is playing some pretty good ball. but I don't think he's really played a team that's got pressure on him like that. Only team that really did it was the Broncos, and they only put up 19 points that game because the Broncos suck so bad on offense. I mean, look at this. Every pocket that he's had, man, has been clean. Every pocket that he's had has been clean. I don't think he plays this clean
Will
against us.
Wilkins, what's going on?
Hey, Will Wickens.
It's not going to happen against us, especially with Wink. It's not.
My brother. Yeah,
And they
tremendous
do
coach.
run. They do run 13 personnel or 12 personnel.
Get in Blue City Empire. Highlight Blue City Empire real quick. Blue City Empire Sports says, Tank Dank, what happened? I thought your Cowgirls was gonna beat the Eagles.
Oh, yeah?
Really, man, they've been playing teams that don't have a defense like ours. I don't think they're really going to do much against us. I don't think they're going to do much against us. They haven't played a team like ours yet.
I think they're going to come with a game plan to run the ball against us, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because I don't know what the Chargers were thinking. Look at the way they play defense, bro.
Overrated, baby. Overrated.
Look how they just leave people wide open. This is weird, bro. They just kept leaving people wide open. Now this was a cool formation, but damn, look how wide open these people are. Nobody's paying attention. Where?
Man,
What the
wide
hell?
open.
Yeah,
Oh,
what the hell are
shit.
y'all doing?
Oh, they do that. Jones is going to eat them.
Nah, we gotta defend this offense.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play some defense against these boys, for sure.
No, I think we got it. I don't think they're gonna be doing all this. Our D line a monster. Our secondary crazy. Moreau,
Now,
he been balling. Moreau has
now
been
they
balling.
said Geno doesn't have pocket awareness. He's showing people that he does. Finally got
Yeah,
a
he's
little
good.
pressure, steps up in the pocket. Could have tried to run through the middle, but he's like, know what? I'm gonna cut to the outside. Nobody's to the outside, and he gets a huge run here for a first down. Got to watch out for that too. Geno is playing some good ball. I'm definitely gonna give him that. Now this is the play that J.C. Jackson hurt his patella. Well, no, he hurt his kneecap. Said he dislocated his kneecap.
Mm.
I don't know
Yeah.
if he dislocated anywhere in this play, but he got toasted. And there's Dwayne Eskridge. So, I mean, that's just part of the little film review I wanted to do for you guys tonight. You're gonna get a lot more film review when it comes to Black Madden. But doing the
Yep.
film review and all in all, I'm just saying I'm not worried about this Seahawks team because the more film I watch on Geno, the more film I see he just has a clean pocket. And we haven't given a quarterback a clean pocket like that all season. So I don't think we're going to
Nope.
start now.
Nope.
So
They
I
might
think
have some
Dexter
good
Lawrence,
tackles, but their interior is weak. And Dexter Lawrence and Leonard Williams will expose that.
right. So
Yep.
I think Dexter Lawrence might have a monster game. I'm going to say Dexter Lawrence may get a sack and a half to 2 sacks this game coming up.
Let's go.
Because if he gets pressure in that middle, pause. Every time I've seen Geno Smith get pressure up the middle, he's folded up
Clam
like
up.
a baby. Yeah, he clams up. So, I mean, the whole question is DJ better than Daniel Jones? No, he's not. I think
Is
DJ does a
DJ
lot
better
more
than
with a lot less.
you said is DJ better than Daniel Jones?
I mean, is
Geno.
Geno better than Daniel Jones? I say no. Um, I think DJ is doing a whole lot
No.
more with a whole lot less. And I don't fear the Seahawks team. I'm saying 7-1 confidently. Give me 1 second, guys. Tally with the super chat. He says, "You two giving me problem changing currency. Anyway, I got high hopes for rookie Ryder Anderson. He's almost 6'7". Thanks for your content, Big Pat. Appreciate you, Talleyrand. You became a member and did 2
Yeah.
super chats. And
Yeah,
not
ain't
just
that
that, you've
something?
been coming in the chats commenting for a long time. Thank you.
ten
Appreciate
thousand
this.
dollars
Yeah.
in whatever currency that is.
Yeah, I guess you got to divide that by 4. I don't know how they do it. Well, divided by 4,000, he says. So that's $2.50. Thank you for the $2.50 super chat. There you go.
Yeah.
Um, how do you guys feel about the offense with the Seahawks and everything? We're gonna give our final predictions on the game. We'll end this at 2 hours. Finally, be able to get off in 2 hours. But starting with Joe, how do you guys feel going into this game? Let me know how you feel, man.
It's easy. Giants 38.
Damn, 38.
The Seahawks 17.
Okay.
No, 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 no.
38-17. My goodness.
Yeah, I think we blow them out. He's come up. We're hungry. We shut him down.
Wee wee.
Right. Lou, what you got, man?
Man, listen. I think it'll be tough because of the crowd noise. But I think our defense can create enough pressure to force a couple interceptions. And I think we get out of there with 28-20 victory.
You said
Really?
28-3?
28-20.
Oh, 28-20. Okay.
Yeah.
Tommy, what you got for me?
Shoot, they giving up Atlanta 27 to the Niners. They gave up and to the Saints. So I mean, Joe, you might be right. They might put up a whole bunch of points on them.
Yeah,
Seattle
they're
might.
What are they? The
So
30th
I
ranked
give it
run
24-16.
defense, 30th ranked run
24-16.
defense, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be another tough fight, 24-16. Jones
All
brings
right.
us back like always, the usual.
All
Comeback
right.
kids.
Miz, what you got for me?
All right.
A new car. No.
Dun, 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 dun. Miz, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, what you
Yeah.
got for me on the game, man? What you think going into the game? What's your score prediction?
I like the Giants again this week. I actually think the Giants are going to win this game. And I think it's going to be, I'm going to go 29-26 Giants.
29-26. Get no field goal at the end, huh?
Yeah, I think it'll be a little high scoring in this game. Both offenses will score some points, I think.
All right. Well, I got us beating them 23-20. I just think it's going to be a tougher game because of that damn crowd noise over there in Seattle. They're going to be going crazy because they actually can have the lead of the NFC West. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Seattle is gonna be a tough environment. I think we got the poise. I think our team got the poise for it.
Yeah.
We don't give up. There's been injuries and
35-17.
we've had practice squad players step up. We've had undrafted players step up, bench warmers step up. What else do you want? What else can you ask for? The
Yeah.
league lucky that we ain't healthy. That's really what it is. The league is lucky that we not healthy. Because I believe if we was healthy with the receivers that we were supposed to
Right.
have, the O-line we were supposed to have, the defense we were supposed to have when everybody healthy, we're steamrolling teams. Definitely. Easily. We steamrolling teams left and right.
Right. Special teams will be big in this game too, man. Field goals and field position. Field position will be huge in this game.
I think our gap assignments definitely on defense.
Got to
Our
make the
gap
kicks. Got to make the
assignments,
punts. And got to continue playing. Continue playing this. Continue playing no turnover football the way we've been playing all year.
complementary football.
Yeah, man. That's big in this game with that loud stadium. It's gonna come up big.
Yeah, we got to play complementary football like we have been. I think
Right.
our defense definitely has to play better gap assignments than it did last time.
Well, I
Oh yeah.
can't stick around. I'm gonna call it a night. Tell Pat I said bye.
All right, Joe.
All right, Joe.
Have a safe, good, and good one. Good night.
Yes,
Have a good
sir.
night, brother.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. And
Our
and we
defense
didn't get to talk about it in the film review, but the real guy that you have to really focus on Seattle is Walker. He's having a good year running the ball.
Yeah, Walker has been beasting.
Yeah.
Well, he ain't gonna run shit on us. We shut down
Reminds,
Derrick
Seattle
Henry.
reminds me of us.
We shut down Christian McCaffrey, and we're gonna shut his ass down too. And I'm gonna be listening to Public Enemy while we do it. Well, shut him down, 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 shut him down. Play that shit.
Actually, the Giants' strategy this year, they haven't been shutting down the run at all. But what they're doing is they're trading a little bit of running yards in order not to give up the big play, which is fine. And then when they get inside the 10 or the 15, they lock down. They don't let nobody cross that goal line. You know, I'm good with that.
Yeah, it's been good holding people to field goals.
Right.
I know that fourth down stop was critical. Man, that was critical.
Yeah. That was Jalen Smith got in the backfield.
Smith, yeah. That's why I ain't mad at Smith. Even though Crowder and Smith sometimes they don't play gap assignments the right way.
Very physical.
Yeah, they're real physical, man. That's why I ain't mad at them. They swarm to the ball and they physical. Even though they overrun plays or they don't have the right gap assignment or the proper discipline,
Right.
They fly to the ball, man. They do. They fly when they got to make that hard hit. They make that hard hit. It's been a couple times Crowder done made a hard hit at the line and kept somebody from getting the first down. So I'm not mad at it. I just wish they would get a little better with being fluid. They're not fluid linebackers just yet. They pure hammer. You gotta learn the finesse of it too. They gotta put that hammer with finesse. They gotta learn how to do it from angles. Their pursuit sometimes
a hard hitter.
Their pursuit isn't where it need to be sometimes. You'd be like, damn, only if he would have took that angle better. But they do have the hustle though. They be hustling.
I like Fox, man. Fox hits hard, man.
He's learning the position game by game, rep by rep. Mind you, a rookie didn't even come from a big school to be giving us that production. And the way Zudu came in and he filled in, him and Phillips, they held up. Because remember, Neal went down. And then Phillips came in and he played. He didn't give up much. I'm not going to front. If you watch the film, he didn't give up much. Phillips held his own. And then Bredesen, he went down, and Azudu went in there. He gave up a couple. Azudu gave up a couple, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't as bad as it could have been. Especially with Jones playing the way he been playing, because Jones been making his decisions fast. He been seeing the field. Everything's really locked up. My O-line really ain't holding up. Let me hit this gap and just keep running. And the way that he's running confident, he's definitely running. He looks kind of like a faster Allen. He looks like a faster Allen. because you know how Allen be running big and his frames standing
Mhm.
tall and running people over.
Right.
Jones he's running like that now. He's running like that, but he's protecting the ball, so it's a good
You're right.
thing. He ain't scared. You can see it. He's running confident. I don't know why people hate him. I mean, I used to hate the organization because they had the worst people in leadership to make him fail, and so much talent that we had while he was coming up.
Right.
But now this regime, man, they Joe know like Bo. He know like Bo knows. Joe knows. And he put it together. He put it together, man.
Oh yeah.
Imagine if
Well,
we had Beavers, or if we had Leo the whole season, or if Flott never went down, or Belton was never hurt to begin the season.
If Rodarius Williams was in the
There
DB
you
room,
go. If Williams was there, yeah, Robinson. If Robinson was there, man, shit. If we had
yeah.
Tony, if we
I
had
bro,
like
Tony,
Robinson.
you wait till this team get healthy during the playoffs, bro.
I think it's really a team that can take some people out, man. We can take some people out. We gotta fix up some things.
We come
But I
back
like the
next
way
year with
we
Darian Beavers, Rodarius Williams, Xavier
right,
McKinney,
right.
Adoree Jackson, Aaron Robinson. That DB room is serious, bro.
Yeah. A lot of man lockdown, a lot of man to man press. You can
Then
press them.
you add another dog linebacker in there,
Man.
and you get a solid stud wide receiver, a solid stud center, and a fucking left guard, and you good, bro. Then you start
Right.
drafting for depth. You get them four guys, then you draft for depth, backups for all of your key positions. A swing tackle, a backup receiver. You know, we got three damn running backs. Shit, man, listen.
Listen, you might have Nick Giggs this week, so we'll see.
I'm worried about Nick Gates, man. That was a hell of an injury. I'm surprised
You
he's
might
even
have him this week.
fucking
He might
back.
play.
I'm
We'll find out.
surprised he's even back.
Man, I wouldn't even worry about him. I wouldn't even put him in. Because Phillips, the way Phillips came in after Neil went down, I thought it was over. I
No,
said,
but
man,
also Bredesen is out, so
I
you
said,
need
how is
Nick
Phillips
Giggs.
gonna do
No,
this?
Nick Gates will play guard
He's gonna play guard because
because
Bredesen is out.
Bredesen got hurt.
And Zudu, he doing enough.
He's doing
He
all
just
right.
ain't had
Yeah.
enough reps. Because the way he pulls, you see how he was pulling on those run plays?
And after the bye, I think you're gonna have Lemieux also. Shane Lemieux.
I wouldn't even worry about putting him in. I'd put him in rotation.
It's still good. It's still good to have healthy bodies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but I
Put
wouldn't
him in
mess up the
rotation.
chemistry because they're starting to grow.
I put him in rotation, as in, you know, when one of them need a breather, just have him ready for rotation. Because that's how it's been on defense. If you notice, it's been that way on defense.
Right.
Wink's been having to plug in whoever's available, and then putting his rotation set to that. And he's been playing multiple people, multiple bodies. They've been doing that all line too. That's what's good about this coaching. They knew it was going to be that way, possibly. So when they built it earlier, they said, man, we got to have players that play multiple positions. That's the one good thing. The one good thing about it, man. They made sure they got
Man,
people who
people
can play
doing me
multiple
dirty.
positions. Because imagine if we didn't have the players we have, man, this season would have been horrible, man. It would have been terrible. No Tony, no KG, no
Right.
Shepard. It would have been down the drain. It would have been down the drain any other coaching staff, man. Any other coaching staff, we would have been down the drain already.
Oh yeah, forget it. If Judge was here, it would have been the same as last year.
Oh my God. Why would you even speak that?
Yeah, last year. I don't even remember last.
Why would you even say such a thing, Miz?
If Judge was here, that's what it would have been.
No, but we don't even want to speak that name in the Giants ever
The
again.
coach, is such a. I believe this coach I believe they have 2 game plans for every game, which is amazing. Talk about doing your homework and coaching. Give that man another cigar.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
just
that. When I
good.
saw him smoking a cigar, I said, yo, this guy's a gangster. I love him.
I'm not a gangster, Miz. Damn, a
He's
gangster.
a, he's a gangster coach. Perfect for New York. You don't give a shit. One thing though, yo, we're 6-1, and let me tell
Facts.
you, the
You
fucking
froze.
refs treating us like that because they're still treating us like we're last year's Giants,
Man, do
and
you
I'm
see
like,
how the refs tried to get a game to Jacksonville? That is
Man,
crazy.
that was the league, Tommy. That was
That
that was the league. That
that
was the league.
hey, Vegas is mad. I've been screaming it all year. Man, look, I've been telling everybody since before the season. Bet on the Giants. Bet on the spread. They're gonna beat the spread all year long. All year long. They're gonna beat
All
the
right,
spread.
that was the most. That was the most fixed last drive I've ever watched in my 35 years of football.
Man, they was trying to
I'm
give
telling
it
you
to
right now,
them.
I'm not saying it because I'm a Giant fan. None of those flags were penalties. And how many
nope.
times Thibs got choked from behind and no call?
Man, that's them. You know, that's them old gangsters that retired in Jacksonville. They got the refs in their pocket.
No,
Capiche?
no, no, no. That's the NFL.
Capiche?
The NFL wanted to get the Jaguars a win because I'll tell you why. Because they go to London this Sunday. They wanted to market Jacksonville as a better team than the past years because they're looking to send Jacksonville to London permanently. You see what they're doing? That's what the plan is for the NFL. Jacksonville one day soon is going to be London's team. So that all played into it. They really tried to get them in that end zone. They did. It's fucked up.
I'm just glad that we stopped them at that goal line because they sure try to sneak it in.
They almost
That's the
handed them a win there.
awareness
They're
we
1
never
yard away.
had. We never had the situational awareness, the situational play calling for those times. We never had it. Any other time, our DBs would have been past the goal line and let him catch it at the goal line touchdown. But it's a different coaching staff. Everybody aware. I hate we gave up those big runs, man. Those big runs, we could have stopped that, man. That was easy.
Right.
We had it. We had
Right.
it.
He fumbled on one. He fumbled the ball. So,
Right.
but I'm telling you, that was real fishy shit that went on. If there was like 5 more seconds and they would have got one more play from the one and they would have won that game, that would have been a lot of trouble in this league. I'm telling you.
The NFL, they don't like us to win. They always been against us. We're the good guys. You know what I mean?
No,
We're
Tom,
the
I'm
good
telling you,
guys.
it's not even about us. I mean, it's not about that. I'm telling you, they're sending Jacksonville to London. They want them to become the permanent home of London. And they're going to play in London this Sunday morning against Denver again. Jacksonville's in London every year. They wanted them to go there off a win so they look like a better team.
You know, they about to take that loss in London.
I know that shit sounds like total nonsense, but I'm telling you, there's
Nah,
truth.
it be true. That should be true. But I'm saying they about to take that loss in London.
Yeah.
They about to
You don't want to
lose.
believe that some of this shit might be fixed, but who knows?
It's all about marketing.
And I think that's another reason why Jacksonville was favorite because they never should have been favorite last week.
Nah, we're underdogs in like a majority of the schedule. I believe a majority of it we underdogs.
No, I know. And you know what? It's better that way because I think that drives us. It's like fuel to our fire. You know?
Yeah, I believe we're
It's like a
favored
disrespect to the
in maybe like
Giants. You
three,
know?
4 games.
Yeah, well, I hope they keep on making us underdogs because you know what? I'm telling you, the players and the team see that shit and it's fuel. I'm telling you, the coaches use that. They definitely use that as motivation. Like, yo, look, you guys are 6-1, and they got the Jaguars that are favored over you. Look at the disrespect. They think you're shit. You know. I think that fires the
I think
team up.
it fuels
I'm good with that.
the engine definitely. It fuels the engine for sure.
Right.
It
Yeah.
definitely fuels it. I believe they leave a lot of the noise outside the building, outside of it, the way they prepare and the way they stay focused and the way they show up every Sunday. But to your point, I mean, they hear the noise, they hear everything that go on. To be doubted and doubted and doubted, it's only gonna make you want to keep showing up every Sunday, and that's a good thing, like you say.
100%. Put a chip on their shoulder.
I think they
They definitely hear it because you seen Kayvon Tibbs's comment on Monday, right? Didn't he say fuck all the people that don't believe?
right, and I believe they know it's a special year. I believe they look around in the locker room and they know that everybody's gonna play hard and everybody's gonna believe in the process. In each game, it's a testament of the process. Down 17, down 14, down however many points, and still coming back and still
Right.
finding ways to win. And it takes a team effort. It's been complimentary football. It definitely has been. And Giants is championship football for us. Run, defense, hard nose, tackle, put the helmet on the ball, and that's just what it's supposed to be. That's really what it's supposed to be. We
Right.
haven't made the turnovers just yet, but we've been keeping them out the end zone. They've been having to kick through that field goal post, and they've been missing too. There've been times they missed.
Yeah.
So it's complimentary football, man. It's the way it's supposed to be, and I think we have a Super Bowl run as soon as it happens. Those players, they got a chance. They got a Super Bowl run ahead.
100%. You never know, man. You never know even what could happen this year. You never know, man. In the NFL, you don't know who's going to be hot at the end of the year, who's going to be healthy. The Eagles could be great right now, but maybe they're not healthy and come late December. Who knows? Shit happens. That's why I don't mind if we do go get a receiver and try to make this run. But at the same time, don't compromise our any of the major picks for next year. Yeah, that I agree with. I trust this coaching GM to do the right thing, so we'll let them do what they think is right. That's about it. Let me see something here. What's going on, Delia? Book tackles, what's going on? I don't know where these guys went, but I'm about to fall asleep, so I'm gonna call it a night. And I'll text Pat. See you guys later. Have a good night, everybody. I'm gonna put out a video tonight. It should be up tonight or tomorrow. A lot of it is on the Giants' run and the leader Daniel Jones is becoming.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Pat. Hey, sorry guys, had an emergency call. Thanks you all for tuning in. Appreciate you all. All right, well, I will hold it down. Um, don't know. I can't end it, but thank you guys for stopping by. Be sure to stay tuned tomorrow for the True Big Blue podcast right here on Big Pat Sports Talk. And Thursday, we'll be with myself, G Nation Inside Sports, and Friday as well for the Giants Cave podcast. So tomorrow we'll be back here, Big Pat Sports Talk. Thursday and Friday will be G Nation Inside Sports at the Big Blue Lounge. And Saturday we do have some fights. So Thursday, Friday, and Saturday will be on my channel. And so you guys stay tuned. We have a bunch of content coming for you. And hope everything is well with Pat. Good night, all you guys.
This is a Big Blue Crew production.